The majority of guys never realize how much more attractive they could be. It is simply not true that it solely comes down to genetics. Instead, it is actually a combination of our hormonal profile, diet, and various lifestyle factors. What if I told you our faces are a direct representation of our diet and lifestyle? So then it is no surprise that so many men look like this nowadays when 70% of the average grocery store is processed junk. A handsome face always has these three characteristics: strong jawline, wide cheekbones, and low body fat, which makes the face masculine and chiseled. You don't just need muscle, you need bone. The structure beneath the skin is what sets apart an average man from one that radiates strength and dominance. So this is what's known as bone maxing. And in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how to naturally build denser, more defined and prominent bones, all naturally through optimizing our hormones and diet. When people say someone has good looks, what they're really referring to is bone structure: high cheekbones, a strong mandible, a forward-grown maxilla, and a wide zygomatic arc. These are all signs of high bone mass and density. Why do we find this attractive? Because bone density is a marker of health, virality, and hormonal strength. It's a signal that you've had good testosterone and growth hormone levels during your development, and in today's world, that's increasingly rare. So how can we fix this? Bone mineral density, or BMD, is how tightly packed the minerals are inside your bones. Strong BMD means stronger, thicker, more resilient bones. Bone is living tissue. It's constantly remodeling. Osteoblasts build it up while osteoclasts break it down. And guess what? The rate at which you build bone is heavily influenced by your hormones and what you put into your body. Higher bone mineral density equals less bone breakdown, more growth, and a better chance of developing the hunter skull, the wide, robust, angular facial structure most associated with masculinity. Now let's talk about hormones. These are the architects behind your skeleton. Testosterone is obviously the king. It stimulates osteoblast activity, which helps your body build more bone. During puberty, high testosterone levels expand the jaw and cheekbones. But even in adulthood, it has been shown to support growth and density. Testosterone is essential to developing masculine facial features such as thick, dense eyebrows and facial hair, as well as a wider jaw. Testosterone along with DHT are the primary hormones that make your face manly and separate it from a woman's. If you're serious about transforming your face and leveling up as a man, I have a full guide on how to naturally boost testosterone in the description, which I highly recommend if you want to become a top 1% man. Right now it is 20% off, so be quick. Next is DHT, or dihydrotestosterone. This is testosterone's more powerful cousin and is converted in small amounts from testosterone. DHT binds 3 to 5 times stronger to androgen receptors, including bone cells, particularly osteoblasts and osteocytes. This binding promotes the formation of new bone tissue and increased bone mass, as well as stimulating periosteal bone growth, which involves a thickening and strengthening of bones by increasing the outer layer. It has been shown to enhance the width and definition of the maxilla, zygomatic arcs, as well as the brow ridges. DHT is key for developing that hard, defined facial look and will give you all the masculine features desirable in a man. DHT is also a hard leading agent and will enable you to strip away the fat hiding your facial features. DHT usually increases more as men get older, and this is the reason why men get more attractive later in their 20s and 30s. I will be making a video all about DHT soon, so stay tuned for that. Next, we have estrogen. A small amount of estrogen is important for our health, but an excess, often from a poor diet, plastics, and seed oils, or being overweight, can stunt growth and feminize the face. Growth hormone and IGF-1 are also massive. Growth hormone has been found to increase bone length and thickness, while IGF-1 triggers local growth responses. When you're sleeping, fasting, or strength training, you're boosting these hormones, and that translates to more bone growth, especially in younger men. So now you know what's at play. Let's talk about nutrition so we can effectively achieve what we just talked about. The first and king of all foods is red meat. It has the highest concentration of zinc out of any food. It contains a shit ton of B vitamins, as well as creatine, carnitine, and complete proteins that repair and build tissue. Zinc directly boosts testosterone and bone healing. B12 is also essential for osteoblast function. Creatine improves muscular and bone integrity, as well as increasing DHT by as much as 40% when athletes supplemented 5 grams a day. Additionally, chewing red meat will develop strong jaw and face muscles, adding to your appearance. So I recommend eating a minimum of 200 grams of red meat a day from sources such as beef, lamb, or liver. Next are eggs. These contain almost every nutrient needed in the human body. They are the ultimate superfood. They are rich in choline, healthy fats, and fat-soluble vitamins like D and K2. These vitamins regulate calcium and direct it to the bones instead of arteries. Eggs are also high in good cholesterol, which is the literal building block for testosterone. So red meat and eggs are definitely your best testosterone building foods. We also have dairy. Raw or grass-fed is best if possible. Provides calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D. Great for bone mineralization, as calcium is the primary mineral responsible for bone health. So foods include milk, cheese, and yogurt. Bone broth and organs are also great. Liver and broth are rich in collagen, gelatin, glycine, and vitamin A, all nutrients crucial for bone matrix health. We also have seafood, especially sardines as well as salmon, loaded with bioavailable calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s that reduce inflammation. More great foods include raw honey and pomegranates. These foods have been shown to increase testosterone production in males as well as reduce aromatase conversion, meaning less estrogen is converted from your testosterone. These are some other foods that are great for your hormonal balance and bones as well. You must also avoid seed oils, sugar, and ultra-processed junk. These promote estrogen dominance and mineral loss from the bones. As well as this, you want to ensure you are below 15% body fat, as this will enable your facial features to be seen. So if you are well over 15% body fat, your goal should be to cut down fat while following these steps. Let's talk about what you can do daily to boost bone mass and maximize facial aesthetics. First is lift heavy weights. Mechanical loading stimulates bone growth. Deadlifts, squats, and weighted chin-ups are your best friends. They have been shown to increase testosterone, growth hormone, and place stress on bones, which will allow them to grow thicker. You can also chew more. Hard chewing, especially in youth, stimulates the masseter and temporalis muscles, which puts positive stress on the jaw and facial bones. Chew tough meat, sugar-free mastic gum, or raw carrots are great as well. You also want to be making sure you get sunlight daily. This boosts vitamin D, which is essential for calcium absorption and testosterone production. Without vitamin D, you cannot absorb calcium. Testosterone has also been shown to increase by as much as 25% when men supplemented vitamin D. Vitamin D also increases DHT as well. So this is crucial. I have a whole video on vitamin D, so you can watch that if you're interested, but I recommend getting around 4,000 to 5,000 IUs of vitamin D a day. You also want to be sleeping like a warrior. Deep sleep is when growth hormone and testosterone is released. No blue light, blackout curtains, and a consistent sleep schedule are vital, as well as getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Cold showers and sauna are great as well. Cold exposure and sauna have been shown to increase testosterone and HGH levels. There is a study discussed by Andrew Huberman where growth hormone levels increased by as much as 17x after a 2-hour session, which is absolutely insane. Posture and tongue position, known as mewing, are also shown to help as well. So keeping your tongue on the roof of your mouth and practicing good oral posture supports forward maxillary growth and better facial projection over time. This isn't pseudoscience, it's actually studied by Dr. Mike Mew, who is an orthodontist, so you can look into this if you're interested as well. You need to remember consistency is key. If you implement all these strategies discussed in this video and sustain them, I can promise you will start looking and feeling better. If you want to become a top 1% man, you can get my full testosterone blueprint from the link in the description. If not, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.